So the traditional brand competitions you would witness is it's always between KFC and McDonald's, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, GTV, and MultiChoice. All they will be fighting with, like, you know, the other supermarkets or retail supermarkets. Yeah, and that's just what we have known. It's between a product versus a product. But here in this case, we are witnessing Cowbell and Zonda, and viewing it from a marketing person's eye, I think this is like really unique and interesting. These two brands are sort of like creating a theater, and they are turning corporate accounts into characters. I think a lot more people will be viewing this from the angle of not necessarily come by this, but then they're watching a story unfold. Cowbell gets people talking about Cowbell. Zonda gets people asking, who are these guys? Like, what do they do? What are they into? What do they sell? Why are they even in a beef or, you know, in a banter with a beverage company? And the point is that you might not be looking to buy a Zonda today, but look at it from 6 months or a year's time. If you're looking to buy a car now, Zonda's familiarity at that point will begin to matter, because now it becomes a part of your options to look at, and that's, to me, is what Zonda is doing now. And here is where I think the two brands actually have different things to gain. Cowbell has a much shorter road from attention to purchase, but then you see the jokes, you laugh, you see Cowbell in a shop, and instantly it grabs your attention, and ultimately you're going to make a buy. But Zonda has a much longer journey from the awareness, the curiosity, you go to do your research. In fact, now they offer test drives, they do car financing, then ultimately perhaps a purchase. So Cowbell, I believe, could get the immediate potential win, but it doesn't underestimate, you know, the work that Zonda has put in, you know, all this while. Like, so yeah, look at Zonda, look at the general manager. Like, she's been out there, she's doing her best, doing everything possible, in fact, to erase the perception we've had for so long about Chinese cars. While Cowbell could potentially get the immediate commercial win, I believe that Zonda also gets something more strategic, which is like the brand awareness. But then again, there's a warning that needs to be sounded here. Okay, if this becomes the Cowbell beef and people forget Zonda completely, then Cowbell wins the attention. But then if Zonda has to connect the entertainment part to its bigger story, not just the we sell cars, come buy cars, if they are cautious to always mention that we are building an automotive industry in Ghana, you know, they are seeking to change the mindsets, the perception, the thoughts that people have had over Chinese brands over the period. That's the story that needs to sit underneath the banter, with all of the rap, the music, the dances, and all of the, you know, they should never forget to tell that story underneath all of the banter that is happening. So yeah, the payoff is there. Cowbell and Zonda don't need to be competitors, they don't need to sell similar products, they just need to compete for the same thing, which is a place in your head and in your mind. And honestly, that's where modern brand competition is heading now. It's no longer just a product versus product, sometimes it's attention versus attention. And the question now should be, who is actually winning this banter? For me, I think it's Cowbell, but yeah, it's a good thing for Zonda to make a statement in the Ghanaian market.